watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
From the Columbus Fairgrounds Coliseum in Columbus, Ohio, it's FCA basketball on LSN. Hi again, everybody. Jack Davidson along with Jared Camp. We are affectionately at a place called The Barn. How do you like our accommodations up here, huh?
Oh, it's nice. Center court, high up, perfect view.
And it looks like a barn. It really does.
Yeah,
This was built in 1918. It's known as The Barn, home to Ohio High School Athletic Association Central District and Regional play for boys basketball. Did you know Ohio State used to play here?
I did, actually.
Before St. John Arena, the Columbus Thunderbolt Arena football team played here, the Columbus Stars, and I remember the Columbus Chill playing here, brought the kids here. This is where they started to learn to enjoy sports, was at a hockey game here. So both teams are being introduced, and we'll have Jared give you the starting lineups.
Tonight for Fairfield Christian, we have number 11, Stephen Carpenter, number 5, Hayden Welch, number 10, Zach Sullivan, number 3, Justin Potocnik, and number 14, Nick Spurgis.
The place seats 7,000. We don't have 7,000 here, and we're not going to count how many we have here, but it's a good crowd from FCA. They're seated across the way. Harvest Prep is on this side. FCA comes in tonight with a record of 17-6, 9-3 in the MoCal. They're coached by Roger Hooper. Harvest Prep, coached by Mike Thornton, comes in with a record of 17-4, 14-0. The Mid-State Cardinal. They won 2 games to get to this point. They beat Mount Gilead 94-36 and Madison Christian 99-37. FCA's won 3 tournament games to get to this point. And FCA has set a record in number of wins this season with 17. Set a record. This is the most wins in a tournament for FCA. Ball's in the air. We're underway. Zach Sullivan with the basketball. Man-to-man defense for Harvest Prep.
Be interesting to see how the Knights play against this tight defense, but if not tight enough, if Stephen Carpenter gets the first 2 of the game.
And there you see Harvest Prep pushing. Shot missed by Gaines. Up, no good. Rebound, Spurgis.
That's what they do. Need to play tight inside defense.
Welch to the hoop.
Oh, and one. This is the way Coach Hooper wanted to start out the ball game. Oh, what a play by Hayden Welch. Quickly, 4-0.
Dominique Cartier with his first foul, team first. Welch line left, shooting the old-fashioned three-point play. Rims it no good. Harvest Prep with the basketball. Skinner Bird.
Nice to come out in a man-to-man defense.
Ball put up, blocked by Carpenter. Jump ball, it'll go Harvest Prep's way. Gaines put up the shot that was blocked by Carpenter.
Very impressive defense right now by the Knights.
First game, Newark Catholic won by a score of 53-42 over Fisher Catholic. So the winner of this game will play at 1 p.m. Saturday against Newark Catholic. Zach Sullivan to Carpenter.
We just got done doing this game on LSN. I've never seen Fisher Catholic play before, and I was impressed. They played some pretty good basketball.
Welch loses the basketball. Harvest Prep, it's Dunning into the lane, puts it up and no good. Rebound Potocnik. Get a break, we'll tell you both teams have played common opponents this year. Nice move by Hayden Welch.
Oh my goodness, Hayden Welch with another basket. He's got 4 points.
6-0 with 6:20 to go first quarter.
I think the Warriors a little surprised on how energetic these Knights have come out and played. They're going to catch Hayden with a foul.
Blocking foul on Hayden, his first, team first. FCA won their last game against Wellington by a score of 45-40. Carpenter had 18, Welch had 13. That shot was made by Jordan Gaines. So Harvest Prep on the board. They're down 6-2. Stolen by Dunning. Lays it up and in. Shakir Dunning makes it a 2-point FCA lead. Carpenter loses the ball out of bounds, but it's knocked out by Harvest Prep first. Doesn't look like FCA is, there's a shot missed by Welch, rebound by Carpenter, knocked out of his hands out of bounds. Don't look like FCA is necessarily have the deer in the headlights look playing in such a big venue here. They seem somewhat right at home.
There's only one player on this squad who has ever played here before. That was Hayden Welch. Played here a couple of years ago as a freshman. But yeah, you're right. These Knights look cool, calm, and collected coming out of the gate.
Skinner Bird to Gaines up and in, and it's a tie ball game. Jordan Gaines with 4. Coach Hooper has not. He is certainly not impressed by the venue. He led New Lexington girls to the championship game back in 1985, so he's coached on this stage before. It's a beautiful pass inside, ball up and in by Cartier. And Coach Hooper take a timeout. FCA got here by beating Ridgedale by a score of 60-44, Marion Catholic by a score of 44-42, and Wellington by a score of 45-40. Harvest Prep got here beating Mount Gilead by a score of 94-36 and Madison Christian by a score of 99-37. In common opponents, Harvest Prep has won the day, so to speak. They've beaten Bern Union by a score of 53-40, whereas FCA beat Bern Union by a score of 68-51 that last game of the season. Both teams have played Millersport, and Harvest Prep has won comfortably both times, sometimes by as many as 30 points. FCA, their largest margin was a 15-point victory at home against Millersport. Of course, FCA has played the big boys before. They played Rosecrans earlier in the season and lost. Rosecrans happens to be the #1 ranked team in Division 4. Ball goes FCA's way. FCA lost to Rosecrans by a score of 72-49. And Rosecrans probably is the most complete basketball team we've seen all season.
Oh yeah, no doubt. They had a kid, I forget his name, but
Kirkbride.
He could shoot threes like none other. I mean, NBA threes. I mean, they were way outside, but I mean, he could hit them. And the Knights just didn't have an answer for him.
That ball is off of Harvest Prep's Skinner Bird, out of bounds, FCA's ball. One thing FCA probably has not faced is the type of athleticism that they see here tonight. Carpenter with the rebound, but it's taken away. Skinner Bird with the basketball. Dunning travels with the basketball. Eric Brown checking in now for Harvest Prep. .405 to go. 8-6 the score. Harvest Prep leads by 2. Carpenter is fouled. Foul is on Shakir Dunning. That'll be his first, team second. Carpenter outside the arc, fires, no good. Rebound Spurgis loses it out of bounds off Harvest Prep.
Knights need to look to get the ball to Hayden Welch. He's got 4 points thus far.
Spurgis loses the ball. Skinner Bird lays it off. Back to Bird, up and in. Nice pass by Grant Harris for the assist. Harris is one of the players that Coach Bethel said we have to keep an eye on. Coach Bethel has coached against these Harvest Prep Warriors as Patashnik gets an easy layup. Coach Bethel coached for Liberty Union last year. Dunning fires no good. Rebound Sullivan. I asked Coach Bethel before the ball game, what do you do? He says you have to minimize your turnovers. Make the most of your opportunities. Spurgis with 2. 10-10 the score. 2:53 to go, first quarter. Welch loses it. Skinner Bird drives, no good. Loose ball to Sullivan. To Welch, drives, puts it up, in.
Oh, another great shot by Hayden. He got 6 points. 12-10 the score.
Here comes Dunning into the lane, puts it up, and we got a foul on the floor. Foul is on FCA's who? Now the officials are trying to sort this out. They blew the whistle. Now they're figuring out who their foul is going to be on. Foul on Stephen Carpenter. Stevens first, team second. 2:31 to go. First quarter. First shot up and in by Shakir Dunning. He's got 3. Gaines comes in. He's got 4 points. Sitting down is Skinner Bird with 2. Dunning misses the foul shot. Rebound inside. Brown puts it up, no good. Rebound up and in by Eric Brown. Check that, Kenny Robinson. There's another steal. Up and in by Grant Harris. 15-12 the score. Harvest Prep up by 3. A little over 2 minutes to go here, first quarter. Coach Bethel said before the game they have to minimize the turnovers. Right away, Harvest Prep has about 3 steals. There's 4.
They get 4, yeah.
It's becoming a track meet. Kenny Robinson with the jam. 4 points for Robinson. It's a 5-point lead. FCA has to take care of the basketball. There's another reach in. Foul on Grant Harris, his first. Team third. And we got Dominique Cartier coming in. Cartier enters with 2 points. Five-point lead for Harvest Prep, 1:35 to go, first quarter. Spurgis to Welch. Pops, no good. Rebound, Harvest Prep. And we got a blocking foul on Hayden Welch.
It's going to be Hayden's second foul of the night. Team's third.
Grant Harris to the line right, shooting 2. Missed the first. That was a brick.
Yes, it was.
Well, we got to call it like we see it, right?
That's right. It's okay.
Be happy the man hit the rim. If it didn't, he would have broken glass. Rattles rim there. 5-point lead, Harvest Prep. 1:10 to go, first quarter. Hayden Welch, nice crossover dribble. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, Harvest Prep. Cartier with the basketball. Stops and pops. Rims it, no good. Potachnik with the rebound. Carpenter to Welch, fires a three. Good! Hayden Welch with 9. He leads all scorers, and it's a 2-point Harvest Prep lead. Gaines with the basketball. FCA in a 2-3 zone. Like Harvest Prep might hold it for the last shot. Of course, we've been fooled before.
20 seconds remaining and counting.
Students on the other side for FCA are making noise or standing.
They travel well. And they were very helpful against the game against Wellington.
Shot up, no good. Rebound Spurgis, and that's the end of the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. Harvest Prep leads FCA 17-15 at the barn on LSN.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Back at the barn with Jared Camp. This is Jack Davidson along with the FCA media team. Jared, you talked about the students traveling well. The FCA media team travels well too. Who do we have with us tonight?
Tonight we have Andrew Lindell, Jeremy Hall with us tonight, and Nathan Sharp. We also have Caleb Kandra on graphics, and JT Burcham running the switcher tonight.
Kenny Burcham's down there too. Nice shot up and in. That was by Dunning, I believe. He's got 5. Hayden Welch leads all scorers with 9. It's a 4-point Harvest Prep lead.
And Kenny and I.
There's a double team that we talked about.
Yeah.
Gaines comes down the court, up, missed it. Welch tries to pass it. Stolen again by Carpenter. 4-on-2. Carpenter fires a jumper, short. Welch with the rebound. Tries to fade away pass to Spurgis, intercepted. Layup missed, and that ball is FCA's basketball as Grant Harris touched it out of bounds. That was not a smart play.
No,
that would have been Harvest Prep's basketball.
Yep. But we will take it.
7:05 to go first half. 4-point lead for Harvest Prep. Coach Bethel said you have to watch their double team. They'll play aggressive man-to-man defense. You can't turn the ball over. Carpenter turnaround jumper, no good. Brown gets it to, there's Gaines putting it up and in. He's got 6 on a nice pass by Grant Harris. 21-15 the score. 6:35 to go first half. Welch to Spurgis to Hayden. Puts it into the lane, and we got a foul on the floor. Jordan Gaines with his first foul, team 4th. Ethan Brown comes in now for Harvest Prep. Grant Harrison sits down. Kenny Robinson also in. Sullivan drives baseline, kicks it to Welch, fires, no good. Rebound loose. Harvest Prep wins the ball. Stolen by
Great effort.
Sullivan, but he steps on the end line.
That was a great effort by Zach getting in there, getting his claws in there to get the basketball, but it will stay with Harvest Prep. 21-15 your score.
Dunning. Shot up and in by Robinson. Kenny Robinson with 6. And it's an 8-point Harvest Prep lead. We're slowly starting to pull away here. FCA is going to have to get a couple stops and probably just as important, hit some buckets. Potachnik fakes a 3. Was stolen away, knocked out of bounds, FCA's ball.
They started out very well. Hayden Welch got a few nice acrobatic jumpers. Stephen Carpenter got a point. But you're right thus far. Harvest Prep slowly taking control.
Timeout. Coach Hooper. Be a full timeout. FCA's won 11 of their last 12 ball games. I believe their last loss was against Tree of Life. Of course, Tree of Life lost in the tournament. They're out. I believe that FCA is the only MoCal team left in the tournament.
That's correct. Harvest Prep played, was it Madison?
Played Madison Christian. That was the second game of the tournament game that we did. We did the Wellington game, the first game, and they played the second game and just slaughtered Madison Christian.
I won't even say the score.
Go ahead. Say it. We're among friends.
99-37.
99-37 is right.
But, you know, we were standing beside the team as they were making their way out into the court. And Madison knew they were beat before they even came out. They were psyching themselves out. And that was just one thing I hope the Knights didn't do tonight because, you know, they have a good shot at winning tonight.
Well, they certainly didn't come out as if they were impressed by Harvest Prep. They played well. They've turned the ball over quite a number of times. Have to cut the turnovers. Here you see Harvest Prep's quickness on the defensive end. You got active hands. There's another turnover, but no. Potachnik gets it to Carpenter. Welch fires a 3, air ball. And we got a foul on Potachnik or Spurgis. Spurgis. Nick has his first foul. Team 4th. Only player in foul trouble for FC is Hayden Welch with 2. He's got 9 points in the game. He leads all scorers. Harvest Prep has a pair of players with 6 points. Stolen by Welch. There's a bad pass that's stolen back by Harvest Prep. Cartier. Ball goes into the corner to Robinson. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Potachnik. To Carpenter. Long pass up to Spurgis. Puts it up, in.
Nick with 4 points tonight. So 17-23 your score. 4:40 remaining in the first half of play.
And there's a turnover to give the ball to FCA. FCA well represented here. I see that the coaching staff for football seated across the way. There's Coach E and Coach Dobbs. I'll tell you, that's one thing about FCA. The fellow coaches support each other and support the students. You'll see Coach Hooper at the football games. You see the football coaches at not only the basketball games, but the baseball games. Great camaraderie at FCA.
Talking about baseball, that just started this week.
Welch loses it, gets it to Sullivan, and he travels.
Zach a little bit too excited to take it to the hole there. So it'll be Harvest Prep ball.
4:24 to go. Lancaster's well represented. The officials. There's Tom Stoughton down at press row. He's an official, also councilman 4th Ward, and good friend Jim Berry, who retired from officiating, but he does some evaluations for the officials. Ethan Brown with his first 2. Was able to see Tom and Jim before the ball game. There's another turnover. 8-point lead for FCA. Travel gives the ball back to the Knights. 3:46 to go. 8-point lead, Harvest Prep. Now this is the last game at the barn this season where you're going to be able to have one admission. You pay one price, you get to see 2 games. Next time they play, they'll empty the building and they'll charge you a separate admission to get in.
I'm glad I'm on the media team.
Dunning at the 3-point arc. Inside of Brown, it's blocked. Loose ball. Brown picks it up, blocked by Potachnik. Up, no good. Rebound, fought for. Welch comes down with it, and we got a foul on Harvest Prep.
That was a good effort by both teams there, going after the ball.
I was talking to Rob Bowler before the game and said this is the last game where you can stay and watch 2 games for the price of $6. Next time, for that second game before, they will empty the arena, and everyone then has to stand in line on the outside and buy tickets again, unless you bought them before, and then you go through the entryway again. 3:05 to go, first half. FCA down by 8. Sullivan getting bumped, tries a back door to Carpenter, and we have a foul on Dunning. Shakir Dunning with his second foul. Spurgis gets bumped, turns around with a jumper, no good. Rebound, Harvest Prep. They run at every opportunity. Dunning tries to pass it to Gaines. Skinner Bird back to Gaines, travels with the basketball.
That's the second or third time that they've caught him traveling the basketball. So 17-25 your score. Got 2:40 remaining in the first half.
Traveling on Stephen Carpenter. .235 to go now. Winner plays Newark Catholic at 1 o'clock on Saturday here at the fairgrounds.
Newark Catholic got there by beating Fisher Catholic.
Shakir Dunning with 8, his first 3-pointer.
And Fisher, even though they came out on the losing end, I was still very impressed with the way they play basketball.
There's another steal. Skinner Bird lays it in. 4 points for Bird. Coach Hooper with hands on hips. This is not what he wanted to see. Did not want to see the turnovers that are coming. Now they're starting to double team. There's a reach-in foul on Gaines.
But you know, they've been down before. I mean, the last 2 tournament games they played, Marion Catholic, Wellington, they've been down, you know, by a lot and have come back and win both games. So don't count the Knights out just yet.
13-point lead, 30-17. FCA will be shooting the bonus for the rest of the half. 17th foul on Harvest Prep. First one up by Carpenter and in.
Stephen with 3 points tonight.
Carpenter's the leading scorer for FCA, 17.5 points a game he's averaging. Good again. Stephen Carpenter with 4 points. Spurgis tries to apply the pressure. Cartier gets it out to Dunning, fires another 3. Back to the rim, no good. FCA fights itself for the rebound. Sullivan comes down with it. FCA down by 11. Sullivan loses it. Here comes Harvest Prep. Robinson into the lane, blocked by Carpenter, up by Dunning, no. Rebound up and good. Second chance opportunities hurting FCA. Dunning's got 10. Now he leads all scores.
Need to start boxing out a lot better. Second chance opportunities just coming way too easy.
Carpenter puts it up and in and fouled. Steven with 6, starting to heat up. And the basket's good. Foul is on Eric Brown, I believe. That's his first, team 8th. So Carpenter goes to the line shooting the and 1. Ethan Brown comes in for Harvest Prep.
Also got Tony Welch coming in for the Knights. He's replacing his brother Hayden.
Hayden sits down with 2 fouls. That's a good move by Coach Hooper. Doesn't want to get Hayden with a 3rd foul here. Now we're going to see some quickness for FCA with Tony in. Carpenter hits the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He's got 7.
So it's a 10-point ball game now.
Ball goes inside, stolen by Potachnik. Sullivan comes down with the basketball. Weaving his way, gives it to Carpenter. Stops and pops and hits. Stephen Carpenter with 9. Now an 8-point lead for Harvest Prep. 38 seconds to go in the first half.
.20 seconds remaining. Looking for the last shot.
Skinner Bird on the dribble. Kenny Robinson works into the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Potachnik.
Got 4 seconds.
Gets it to Sullivan. He has to shoot now. No good. At the end of one half of play, Harvest Prep leads 32-24 over FCA. You're watching FCA basketball on LSN.
Have you ever thought about what makes school sports so great?
School sports are great because of our coaches, who not only teach the game, but also teach lifelong skills like hard work, teamwork, sportsmanship, and citizenship.
School sports are great because they keep things in the proper perspective. It's great to strive to be the best and try to win, but school sports also strive to develop the best students, teammates, and leaders of tomorrow.
School sports are great because they are truly a community event. Local communities pack the house for crosstown rivalries, pep rallies, and team celebrations, and community media outlets cover and support these events.
The privilege of participating in school sports is one of the most exciting experiences of a young person's life. That's because school sports are great.
Welcome to Nightlife. I'm Nathan Sharp for the FCA media team, and today I have the privilege of talking to some of the members of the archery team and 2 of the coaches. So if you go around and just say your name.
Dan Schaefer.
Brant Yunt.
Lydia Yunt.
Kayla Wright. Christian Blair.
And so they had the privilege of participating at the Arnold Classic this year. So to start off, could you tell us a little bit about how many schools participated in the Arnold Classic and how many students overall?
There were, I believe, 328 schools represented from Ohio, and there was 1,578 shooters.
And the students were separated into groups, and how was that done?
4th, 5th, and 6th were elementary, 7th and 8th middle school, and then 9th through 12th was high school.
And we actually have the boys' second place, 4th grade winner, if I'm correct, with us today, Christian. I hear you got a big trophy. How's that?
His dad told me they had to pinch him on the way out. He still couldn't believe it.
Still can't believe it. So, how did the team do last year compared to this year?
Last year we wasn't able to compete as a combined team. Everyone was registered individual last year. This is the first year we went to the Arnold Classic with 2 separate teams. Our high school team finished 7th out of all the high school teams in Ohio, which I believe was a great accomplishment. It entitled them to go to the Nationals in Louisville in May.
And how do you think the team did as far as improvement? Did they work harder? What kind of things were accomplished in order to do so well this year?
Well, the high school kids, the majority of them, the ones on the team, shot 4 nights a week for, well, since September. And progressively they've got better as the year went on. We did, for the first time, win one regional tournament. We placed 3rd place as a team in high school before we went to the Arnold. And numerous trophies were won by the team through the year.
And Coach Young, could you tell us a little bit about the coaching techniques used and how do you prepare a team to go to such a large event?
It's really just developing muscle memory in the students and the shooters so that they basically do the same thing every time they approach the line to shoot. So lots of hours at the line shooting arrows.
And Lydia or Kayla, could you tell us about the kind of pressure that's put on you when you get up and stand in line with so many other students?
It's kind of nerve-wracking, but then, I don't know. You go up there and you're kind of egged on by them, not necessarily intimidated by them, and you want to shoot better than the person standing next to you sharing your target.
And Kayla, we understand that you got a plaque as well. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
I got 5th place in high school girls.
So overall, I believe the archery team did very well this year. What are some of your goals that you would like to push towards next year when you attend the Arnold Classic?
Well, next year I believe the team will be a little more seasoned as far as competing as a team, separate teams. That was a big switch for them this year because everybody was used to shooting individual scores. We'll have some middle school kids moving up to increase the strength of the high school. And I believe overall there will be a vast improvement, but I look for them to do well at the Nationals in May.
And how many students will be attending that event?
We'll take 16 team members.
And how many members are on the archery team this year?
I believe we've got, what, 18?
On the high school, we have 41 total kids.
And is that an increasement over last year's team?
Oh, yeah. Last year, high school, we only had 7, I believe it was, total.
And this is the 3rd year for the archery team, am I correct?
This is our 3rd season. Yeah, it's our 2nd full season.
So as the 3 years, 2 seasons have come to pass, how has the team improved overall?
Well, let's just say this, no bigger than our school is. We compete against teams that have 300 kids come out for archery, and they make cuts. And whenever we walk into a tournament, they know we're there.
Good job. Well, good job, archery team. Thank you, coaches. Congratulations, and good luck on the Nationals in May. This has been Nightlife for LSN. For the FCA Media Team, I'm Nathan Sharp.
I'm Sean Johnson of the 2008 U.S. Gymnastics team. I'm here with our friends from VeggieTales to say, be a player, get up and play an hour a day.
Besides gymnastics, how do you stay in great shape, Sean?
I love to dance and rollerblade.
Cool.
You don't have to be an Olympian to be a player. Just do the things you already love to do, like jump rope, ride a bike, or even play freeze tag.
Now that's something to live for.
Well done! For fun ways to get healthy, visit www.smallstep.gov.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Back here at the barn with Jared Camp, Jack Davidson, halftime score. Harvest Prep 32, FCA 24. We're going to start the third quarter here momentarily. Jared, what do you think of the first half?
Well, Knights had a good spurt to start the first half and to end the first half, but they need to cut down on the turnovers. I think now that they've had a half to play Harvest Prep and to see what kind of speed they have, which is a lot.
And quickness, right? I mean, they're an extremely quick team. Their hands are just
constantly moving. I mean, just my thought is just keep the turnovers down and just keep your head in the game. And Knights should have a good game. 8
minutes on the clock. Harvest Prep gets the ball to start the third quarter. Same starting five for FCA. It'd be Welch, Sullivan, Potachnik, Carpenter, and Spurgis. Harvest Prep sends out Gaines. That goes inside to Cartier. He misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Skinner Bird. Inside, up, no good.
Nice catch a break there. That was an easy bucket.
Brown missed the shot. Spurgis puts it up. He's fouled by Skinner Bird, I believe.
It's going to be his first foul.
Kiwan Skinner Bird with his first foul. He's got 4 points in the game. Nick Spurgis line right, shooting 2. First one's up and in for Nick. He's got 5 points. Be interesting to see what kind of adjustments Coach Hooper makes at the half. Spurgis short with that shot. So one thing that Coach Hooper has done well, and FCA has responded in there's a bad pass out of bounds, and it'll be FCA's ball. In the past couple tournament games, they've been down to Marion Catholic at halftime, as well as Wellington. They made halftime adjustments and went on to win both ball games. And to the kids' credit, they've responded. There comes a double team here. So Harvest Prep there's a turnover by FCA. Harvest Prep's going to turn the heat up here defensively. 7-point lead, 32-25. Jack Davis along with Jared Camp. Winner plays Saturday afternoon at 1 against Newark Catholic. Newark Catholic beat Fisher in the first game by a score of 53-42. Gaines misses the shot. Carpenter with the rebound. Dribbles out of trouble, gets it to Hayden Welch. Cross court to Sullivan. Top of the high post there to Spurgis. Carpenter fires no good. Rebound to Dunning. Shakir Dunning goes into the lane, puts it up no good, and I believe Zach Sullivan is the guilty party. It is on Zach. It's his team first for the half. Dunning line left. He's got 10 points. Hits the first. He's got 11. Harvest Prep outscored FCA 15-9 in that second quarter. They had a 17-15 lead at the end of one. Back to an 8-point lead with 6:40 to go third quarter. Carpenter loses it, gets it back to Sullivan. Potachnik will fire a three. No good. Rebound to Gaines. Jordan Gaines loses it, gets it back, kicks it out to Kiwan Skinner Bird. He's got 6. And it's a 10-point Harvest Prep lead. Spurgis, nice dish by Sullivan. Nice hit by Potachnik. He's got 4, and we got a timeout as Justin gets to tie his shoe. Potachnik with 4. Still an 8-point lead, just under 6 minutes to go.
Justin was honorable mention all district. And I believe Stephen Carpenter received first team awards.
Cartier with the little layup. Nice dish by Skinner Bird. Cartier's got 4. Carpenter with the ball. Stolen. Gotten back by Carpenter to Zach Sullivan. High post there to Spurgis. That's stolen away. Here comes Harvest Prep's Shakir Dunning up and in. Dunning with 13. 12-point Harvest Prep lead. Ball stolen from Sullivan. Bird misses it, gets it back. There's Dunning for 3. Good. Shakir Dunning with 16. And we got a timeout, FCA. 5:05 to go, third quarter. Harvest Prep's opened up a 15-point lead on LSN. The barn is an interesting place to watch a basketball game. I've been coming here since 1982. Actually, about 1983, I would say. I was able to, when you're a parish pastor, you go and you support the local team. And I've seen Lancaster play up here with Coach Arden Reed and, of course, Jack Greathouse. John Kaufman led the teams up here, and get to see basketball here almost every year. Last year I was able to see Jared Solinger up here play.
Oh, really?
And it's interesting as you watch high school basketball over the years, it seems like the same people come here every year. They have their own little group, and it's just a clientele in Central Ohio that just loves high school basketball. And they will come out to this place and put down their $6 and watch high school basketball for the evening. This past Saturday, the Division I had basketball games. I think they had 6 games here Saturday. And people will come here and they will pay the $6 and they'll just watch high school basketball all day. They'll bring lunches. It's quite a place.
One of the teams, it's a Fairfield County team. I believe Bloom Carroll is still in the tournament run. They play Afrocentric here in a few days. That should be a very good game.
Jordan Gaines with the foul. It's his 3rd, team 2nd. Yeah, Bloom Carroll, coached by Tom Petty, has an excellent Division III basketball team.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how they match up with Afrocentric. Steve Bridgman plays for Bloom Carroll. I was fortunate to get to do a couple games on radio for Bloom Carroll, and they have an athletic team. Good outside shooting, good inside presence.
It's the complete team. Good team.
So we'll see how they fare the rest of the tournament. Now that foul,
Dunning.
Dunning, that's his 3rd, team 3rd. So Carpenter fires a 3, short, rebound to Dunning. Shakes and bakes into the lane, puts it up and in, and a foul. Dunning with 18. He's got 8 of those here in this quarter. And the foul is on Zach Sullivan. Sullivan with his 2nd, team 2nd.
4:28 remaining in the ball game. Except third quarter, excuse me.
Dunning short. Spurgis is fouled by Kenny Robinson, I believe, number 23.
It's going to be on Robinson. That's his first foul of the night. That's team's 4th.
Sullivan. Carpenter loses it. Here comes Harvest Prep. Skinner Bird puts it up and in. Skinner Bird with 8. 4:05 to go. Harvest Prep is now putting the pedal to the metal. Timeout, FCA. 19-point lead, 46-27. Harvest Prep with a commanding lead. 4:02 to go, third quarter. 30-second timeout for Coach Hooper. It's getting hot up here, isn't it? This place does not have air conditioning.
Right now, I really wish it would.
This was quite the place to watch hockey. Just a great venue. And it seats about 6,000, 6,600 maybe for hockey. Columbus Chill used to play here. You know, I said earlier in the telecast, brought the kids here for one, I think it was the first Chill game. We sat behind the goal, and they didn't have the screens up at that time. And these guys couldn't hit the they actually, when they shot the puck, they could not hit the broadside of the barn. There was actually black marks over the entryway there with the pucks hitting. I had to kind of cover up the kids. I remember covering up Rachel and Emily and Drew so that they wouldn't get banged by a puck. But a great venue to watch sports in. It's probably best known now for the Quarter Horse Congress. Carpenter lays it up, no good. Harvest Prep running. There's the wow, what a play there.
That was nice. I'll give him that.
Was that Skinner Bird with the bucket?
I believe
he's got 10. That was Grant Harris with the acrobatic play. Spurgis puts it up, blocked by Harris. Potachnik to Carpenter. Loses it, gets it back. Lost to Harris. Driving, and he loses it out of bounds, and will be a travel call. Now you see the athleticism of Harvest Prep taking over.
Just a very quick team, just something the Knights haven't seen this year. This speed and this quickness. I mean, this team is all over the place.
If they play Bishop Rosecrans, that would be a game to pay money for to watch.
Oh, yeah. I would pay double the $6. Shot up. Oh, nice
in by Dunning. He's got 20, 10 in this half, or this half, 10 in this quarter. Basket counts, and the foul is on. Is it Hayden Welch? No, it's Justin Potachnik. His first, team third. 2:56 to go, and it's a 23-point lead for Harvest Prep. I got Tony Welch coming in.
Also got Dominique Cartier coming in for the shooter, Dunning.
Welch in, and Sullivan sits down. Sullivan sits down, he with no points, and he's got 2 fouls. Tony got in briefly for minute 3 at the end of the first half. There's a foul put back by Kenny Robinson. He's got 8. Spurgis loses the ball, and there's a foul there. And the Harvest Prep fans don't like that. Grant Harris gets a foul call. It's his 3rd, team 5th. Tony Welch comes down with the basketball. Picks up the dribble, gets it to Carpenter. Here comes Harris. Will he jam it? Nope. Grant Harris with 4. Thought about it. Carpenter, bring the ball up. 27-point lead for Harvest Prep. Welch tries to get it to Carpenter, and there's a travel call. 2:16 to go, third quarter. Harvest Prep with the basketball.
Hayden's been silent for most of this third quarter. Came out on fire in the beginning of the game, but been pretty quiet thus far.
Nice dish inside. Cartier misses the shot. Potachnik with the rebound. I'd like to see Justin hit a couple threes here. Welch loses it when he's fouled on the floor. Jordan Gaines is the guilty party, his 4th, team 6. So FCA will be in the bonus for the rest of the 3rd quarter and the entire 4th.
Clayton Christopher coming into the ball game. He's replacing Hayden. So minute 55 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 27-54 the score.
Carpenter with the basketball. Grant Harris playing man-to-man defense on him. Puts it up. Nope, we got a foul. Foul is on Grant Harris. That's his 4th. So Harvest Prep has a couple players in foul trouble with 4 fouls each, but right now I think it's a little too late for FCA. Carpenter line right, he'll shoot 2. Misses the first. Dunning is in now. Harris sits down. Dunning leads all scorers with 20. Carpenter splits the pair. Stevens got 10 points tonight. Brown banks it in. Eric Brown with his first 2. 56-28, minute and a half to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is Jack Davis along with Jared Camp and the FCA media team. Spurgis kicks it out to Potashnik, fakes a 3. Tries the bank shot, no good. Here comes Dunning, head of the pack, puts it up and in. Dunning's got 22. 65 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Potashnik had Spurgis open underneath, kicks it out to Christopher, fires a 3, no good. Rebound Harvest Prep. There's a long pass to Dunning. Showtime as Cartier puts it up and in. Cartier with 6. 43 seconds to go. 3rd quarter. Tony Welch. He'll fire a 3. Air ball. Rebound to Brown. Gets it to Cartier. Long pass to Dunning. Check that. That's Gaines. No, that's Dunning. To Brown. Puts it up and in. Eric Brown with 4. 62-28 the score with 16 seconds to go. Harvest Prep is still pressing. Spurgis puts it up and in with 3 seconds to go. Dunning fires a long ball at the buzzer, no good, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Timeout on the floor. Harvest Prep leads 62-30 over Fairfield Christian on LSN.
FCA on LSN.
FCA on LSN, brought to you in part by...
It's like 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your anthem. Everyone now put your hands up. Now put your hands up. Can you put it up? Can you raise it up? For the camera, bounce like you getting crunk. I'm in my zone right now, I'm in the groove right now. I sing along with the song like wow. Yeah, it's a tune that makes me move. Get loose off of music with attitude, and I won't stop. Let my body rock so high until I hear the countdown like 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone to the dance floor. Everybody just rock tonight. Everybody just dance if you're feeling high. Like 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN. Tonight, everybody just dance if you're feeling high. Break it down like a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Back here, start of the 4th quarter. Jack Davis along with Jared Camp. It's a 32-point lead for Harvest Prep over FCA. 8 minutes on the clock. FCA send out Potashnik, Spurgis, Carpenter, Sullivan, and Hayden Welch. Harvest Prep with an impressive 30-point 3rd quarter. FCA scored 6. You're not going to win many ball games by turning the ball over, nor will you win many ball games scoring only 6 points. Harvest Prep, impressive. Carpenter fires a 3, no good. Rebound to Harvest Prep. Brown gets it to Dunning.
And they're just such a quick team.
Shot up and missed by number 4, and we don't have him. So I have no idea who this is.
Got double dribble. No, we got number 4's name. Jimmy Wells.
Jimmy Wells is in. He's number 4. And we got a blocking foul on Roy Branch. Ray Branch with his first. That's the team 8th. Carpenter line right, shooting 1-1 with a 32-point deficit. FCA is going to try to make up. Carpenter hits the first. Don't think they're going to make it up. Like to see him make it up. It would be front page Sports News if they were to make this one up.
Front page Sports Illustrated. But I do believe you're correct, as Carpenter hits his second free throw. 12 points for Steven.
Even though this game's out of reach, one thing Coach Hooper and the kids will do, they'll play hard. They'll play hard to the final buzzer.
No doubt about that.
Because they're still a young team. You win 17 games with a young team like this. They want to build on next year too.
Oh yeah.
This is great experience for them.
And they've got everybody coming back. Hayden will be a senior. Hopefully we'll have Kenny Burcham back next year. And so don't be surprised when you see the FCA Knights back at the barn next year.
Welch fires a 2-ball and hits it. Hayden Welch with 11. That's his first 2 of the fourth quarter. First 2 of the... Ethan Brown hits that one. He's got 4. 30-point lead. Carpenter puts it up and in. Steven with 14. Wells, and we got Sullivan reaching in. The game's been well officiated.
For the
Harvest
most part.
Prep is just a superior team. Jarrell Logan Smith comes in, and Eric Brown sits down. Also got Devon Wade in for Harvest Prep. 3-ball up and in by Logan Smith. 67-36 the score. Sullivan, a little backdoor cut by Welch, puts it up and in. Hayden with 13. Wells, ball goes inside, stolen by Potocnik. There's a steal, and here comes Devon Wade to lay it up and in. Wade with his first 2. 5:35 to go in FCA's season. Spurgis tries to get it to Sullivan, stolen, knocked away, and we got FCA's ball.
All right, Devin.
Mario Wiley checking in now for Ethan Brown, sitting down with 4 points.
5:20 remaining in the ball game.
Tell you, Harvest Prep's uniforms are not the easiest to try to identify numbers. They have a dark maroon on the back of a black road jersey. It's almost as bad as Oregon's football team. They're dark green and light, dark green jerseys, and
they got a different jersey every week.
Yeah.
Though. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from. You're absolutely correct.
Carpenter to Sullivan, goes baseline, bumped by Ray Branch. It'll be Branch's first foul. Make that second. So Zach will shoot the 1-and-1. That's the 19th foul, so it should be a 1-and-1 situation still. Zach looking for his first points of the night. First one is up and in. So Zach's in the book. And we got a timeout, FCA. Coach Hooper making certain that he has one more timeout to use, and he does. He's going to take a full timeout with 4:52 to go in the ball game. And it's a 30-point Harvest Prep lead. Why don't we thank the media team once again while we get an opportunity, because I would imagine once this game is done, we're going to be wrapping up.
I'm
you spent a long day here.
Oh yeah. Got here about 4:30
to set up, and because the game you did the Fisher game at 6, right?
Fisher Newark Catholic. That was Kenny Burcham and I who did that game, and then followed up by doing this game. I'm not complaining. I love doing it. So yeah, tonight on camera we have Jeremy Hall, Andrew Lundell, and Alex Carroll. And down behind the scenes we have Caleb Kanger on graphics, and beside him is JT Burcham on the switcher. So we'd like to thank all the members coming out today and bringing you this game on LSN.
So a 30-point lead for Harvest Prep. They are going to go on to play Newark Catholic on Saturday afternoon here at the barn at 1 o'clock. The winner of that game, if Sullivan hits the pair, will be in the Sweet 16.
Can I make a prediction?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm picking Harvest Prep for that game.
You are? Okay. Timeout, Harvest Prep.
Newark Catholic played a good game against Fisher Catholic, but I think Harvest Prep might have the upper hand in that game.
Now, I think Harvest Prep was a 2 seed, or is a 2 seed, and Newark Catholic's a 4, because Newark Catholic, did they beat Tree of Life? I think they did. I'd have to check, but Tree of Life was in that top bracket, and they lost. They were the number 1 seed, I believe.
Fisher Catholic beat Tree of Life.
Oh, Fisher beat Tree of Life? Okay.
That's how they got into the game.
All right. That's right. So you'll have a 2 versus a 4 seed, so it should be a good matchup.
Yeah, it should be a good game, but like I said, I think Harvest Prep's going to pull that one out.
Now, Newark Catholic, they have a couple big kids underneath in Jeff Spielman and Mitch Cox. Also, Connor Keck, 6'4", so they do have some height underneath. So it would be interesting to see what kind of game Newark Catholic plays. You know, I don't think you want to play up tempo with Harvest Prep. As the ball goes inside, out of bounds, FCA's ball. If memory serves me correct, I think Jeff Spielman was the Player of the Year in Division IV for Central District from Newark Catholic. So, Yeah, that'll be a good matchup. That'll be a good matchup. Too bad it's not a Fairfield County team. You can come up and do that game, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Carpenter with the basketball. There's a foul. Foul is on number 32, Devon Wade. FCA's now in the double bonus with 4:22 to go in FCA's season. .29 lead for Harvest Prep. Stephen Carpenter shooting 2 to try to cut into that lead. This is the first. Stevens got 14 points on the night, leading all scores for FCA. Shakir Dunning leads all scores. He had 22 before he sat down. Carpenter hits the second, splitting the pair. He's got 15. Steven averaged 17.5 points a game this season. Shot up and in. Jarrell Logan Smith has 5. Well, I tell you, Harvest Prep likes to reach, don't they?
I'm surprised more fouls haven't been called, actually. I mean, Knights are in the double bonus, but
Logan Smith has 7. Well, they're so quick, but one thing they use their hands a lot. They don't move their feet, per se, but they're doing a lot of reaching. And again, I'm not faulting the officials. They're well officiated ball game. Nice move by Steven, missed the layup. But their hands are just so quick. Here, see, and they just make it a 4-on-1 real quick. And there's a shot up and in by Logan Smith again. He's got 9 all in this quarter. 75-41 with 3:10 to go in the ball game. And there's a case of miscommunication there. Zigged when he should have zagged.
3:06 remaining in the ball game.
It's a 34-point lead for Harvest Prep. That ball put up and in by Jarrell Logan Smith. He's got 11. This keeps up, he could lead all scorers. 11-point fourth quarter. Carpenter to Sullivan, fakes a 3, kicks it back out. Now Hayden Sullivan looks to dish it into the lane, puts it up and in. It's one thing we see Hayden Welch make he's made 2 or 3 acrobatic shots tonight. He's got 15, ball goes out of bounds FCA's way. Hayden showing his athleticism. 77-43, 2:27 to go. Harvest Prep still pressing with a 34-point lead.
Yep.
Carpenter, no good. Shot missed, put up, blocked by Spurgis, and we got a foul on the floor. Foul is on Zach Sullivan. That's his 4th, team 5th. Line left is Mario Wiley, looking for his first points of the game. First one missed. Wiley again misses them both. Spurgis with the rebound to Carpenter. Sullivan goes inside to Potashnik. Good look, good basket. 6 points for Justin. Long three missed. Potashnik with the rebound. 90 seconds to go. Welch with another acrobatic move. He's got 17. I don't know if they're filming from 10 TV tonight, but he's got some moves that would make the highlight film. And timeout, Harvest Prep. Minute 19 to go in the ball game. Harvest Prep up by 30 by a score of 77-47. It's a 30-second timeout. Fans starting to go home. FCA student section still standing. While the game is out of reach, they haven't given up on their team.
I think Coach Hooper is looking to his bench now, bringing in the reserves.
So we got Jordan Brake, Colin Young, Tony Welch, Tyler Stevens, and Clayton Christopher coming in. Essentially guys who played mainly JV this year. Although Tony has seen some varsity time, the rest have played JV. And that's good for them that they get their moment in the sun. This is something that they're going to remember. If they never make it back here, they will always remember these last 80 seconds or so. Harvest Prep misses the return. Rebound, Christopher loses it. And the ball goes to Harvest Prep on the possession arrow. 62 seconds left. Harvest Prep to inbound.
.55 seconds.
Ball up, no good. Rebound, up and in. I think that's Dresden Mathis. No, check that. Mario Wiley gets his first 2 points, and the foul is on Colin Young. His first team 6. Basket counts. 3-point play the old-fashioned way for Wiley. Line left. Line drives it in. Wiley with 3. Jordan Brake brings the ball up to Tyler Stevens. And we got a foul. Elbow. Foul is on Devon Wade with the elbow, his second. Jordan Brake will try to get his name in the paper here. Shooting 2. First one's up and in for Jordan.
That's something he'll never forget. 39 seconds remaining in the game.
Hits the pair.
Good job, Jordan.
80-49 the score with 34 seconds to go. Harvest Prep will go on to play Saturday afternoon against Newark Catholic. Ball out of bounds, it'll go FCA's way. So FCA will finish 17-7, but they will have a record for most wins in a season with 17. Finished second in the MoCal with a 9-3 record. Harvest Prep will go on to play another day. They'll finish 18-4. Of course, they won the Mid-State Cardinal with a record of 14-0. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the ball game. Final score here at the barn. Harvest Prep 80, FCA 49. Well, Jared, you got some final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Well, although they're coming out on the losing end, they might come out the winning end next year. Great learning experience for the Knights. They got the whole team back next year. Hayden will be a senior, and we'll have Kenny Burcham back. Great post presence, and so, like I said before, don't be surprised if you see them up here at the barn next year.
So, leading scorer for Harvest Prep was Shakir Dunning with 22. Jarrell Logan Smith had 11. And Kewan Skinner Bird had 10. For FCA, leading scorer was Hayden Welch with 17. Stephen Carpenter with 15 as both teams gather together at center court for a closing prayer. Well, let's hope we'll do some baseball this year. Can we only hope? Is that in the cards?
I hope so. We're looking into it.
All right, so we may talk to you shortly from the baseball end. But for now, that does it for tonight. FCA finishes with a record of 17-7, losing to Harvest Prep by a score of 80-49. For Jared Camp and the FCA media team, this is Jack Davidson thanking you for watching FCA basketball on LSN. Good night, everybody.
FCA on LSN. FCA on LSN. Brought to you in part by watching FCA on LSN.
Thanks for watching FCA on LSN.
I went to a place just like the island. Every day is a perfect getaway. There's lots of fun. Just come with me to discover